Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mindful Wanderer Journeys Within. I cannot believe that this is my sixth episode already. And then I also can't believe that we're so close to Christmas and the beginning of a new year, 2025. I started this podcast in October, and to think that I've been in it now 3 months, it's just incredible. And I am welcoming everyone here that's listening and also listening on the replay. And if you're new, I give you an especially big welcome. And this podcast has just been such a blessing for me. And it really is a gift that keeps on giving. And I pray it will continue to be for everyone who tunes in. So obviously today is related to Christmas. And I'm praying that it will help you remember some special traditions and ones that you want to make and make memories. And this is my favorite time of the year. Honestly, I could have Christmas a whole year. I really could. I just love the spirit of Christmas. I love the spirit of giving, of the festivities, all the lights, the brightness. Everything. In fact, tonight I'm going to be seeing lights with a good friend of mine. The other day I went to a Victorian Christmas tea with friends. There's just so much to do and so many ways to make special memories with loved ones, whether it's family, friends, or whoever. There are just so many ways to make special memories. So tonight I wanted to keep it light and talk about some traditions and special memories from my own Christmases. And again, my hopes is that it's going to help inspire you to think about those times in your life. And it's one of the fun ways to look back in the past. A lot of people say like we shouldn't look at the past, but it's fun to look back at memories and traditions and then looking at, can we bring some of them into our daily lives, or can they just be new ones that we can bring in? Whatever way you want to look at it. Now, as you can see, I've got one of my many Santa hats that I've accumulated over the years, and this one is from Radio City. It's from the Christmas show in New York City. And that was always a special time. I haven't been there in many years, but I went there quite a few times over my lifetime. I'm in my 50s, so I remember going to Radio City when they were still showing movies. That Pete's Dragon was one of them that I remembered, a Disney movie. But that show was always so special to me and my family. We did many bus trips to Radio City, but I always love collecting Santa hats and special hats or anything really that is reminiscent of a special memory that we made. So that is one thing that definitely is a special memory, and I hope to go to it again in the near future. So this Christmas is a bit different for me. My mom, I may have mentioned it in another episode, but my mom is in a physical rehabilitation center right now. And it's looking like she's not going to be able to come home for Christmas, but of course I will be seeing her and celebrating a part of the day with her, but it's hard. It's, I'm not going to, it's hard. It is very hard. And I've had to make adjustments with a lot of things, but the thing is, though, I've been able to make some different memories and traditions this year with people, with friends that have just been there for me. And I am just so grateful for them. And I just can't say enough about how people have been there for me through this time. And I could easily say like, well, next year this, next year that. You know what? All we have is the present moment. I want to think about the fun things that we did. And yes, I am hopeful about next year, but I want to stay in the present as well and think, and also reflecting back on special times, but really thinking about what can I do right now and making memories. Now, another memory that's special to me was from my grandmother. God bless her soul. She hasn't been around since 2017. She passed then, but she lived to be 95 and was just such a special, special presence in my life. So, one of her favorite traditions was she baked the best chocolate chip cookies ever. I still to this day have never, ever tasted a chocolate chip cookie that even came close to her. So she would get these like really nice round tins, and she would fill them up with cookies, and we would always get them around Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. But she was so funny because the first thing she would, when we opened them up and received them, the first thing she would say is, if you want more, you need to return those tins. So, I mean, it was funny because she's given them as a gift, but she wanted her tins back. And that's how my grandmother was. I mean, you didn't question it. You just were like, okay, grandma, here's the tins back. But, and those tins went back pretty quickly because those cookies were so darn good that they didn't last very much past Christmas. I mean, and she, God bless her, she made tins for everybody. I mean, she would describe the process of what she went through to make those tins or make those cookies, and it was just amazing. But she made them with love. She looked forward to doing it to the, to the time where she couldn't really do it anymore because of arthritis and stuff. But, and we've had family members that have tried to copy the recipe, but there was just something about a grandmother making special cookies that nobody can duplicate it. But it's a special memory, and every now and then we come across a tin that was one of hers, and we just think about, wow, those memories of those special cookies. So are there special cookies that you and your family make, or you and friends? Do you participate in a cookie exchange? Because I know that that's something that goes on a lot at this time of the year. I've made what they're called, these tuxedo brownie cookies, and they literally taste like crunchy brownies, and then you can put these little Hershey Hug chocolate kisses on top of them, and they are really fun to make. And again, I haven't made them in a couple years, but I'm thinking about trying them again. I also make a dessert called ambrosia, and I'm making that for Christmas this year. I'm going to be celebrating it with friends, and for Thanksgiving, I made my mashed potatoes and things, but for Christmas, I'm going to make my ambrosia, and it can be used as a side or it can be a dessert. So that's something special for me. It's a very basic recipe, but I'll tell you, it comes out delicious. So that's a tradition that I keep. So there are just this time of the year, and I know sometimes people get hung up on gifts, and I'll tell you, the gift of an experience is something that will just leave a legacy. It doesn't have to be something tangible when you give a gift to someone. It can be a special memory. I mean, you could give somebody, like, for example, the tea I was talking about. Now, right now, they're having a sale where you can buy 4 tea gift cards and get one for yourself, get a 5th one for free. But to give that experience to someone, to experience a 5-course Victorian tea, and it is an experience. It truly is. I have been to these teas multiple times, and each time I go, it's a different experience because I usually get a different tea each time. The little tea sandwiches are different. We don't always know what soup we're going to get. Sometimes the salad dressing is different, but everything is homemade. It's made right on the premises. So it's a special, special experience, and the place that it's held at is fantastic. So I mean, I'm not saying that everybody has to do a tea, but I'm just giving the example of an experience that you can make for someone. You could give a gift card like that and just say, hey, would you like to go to tea with me? Or it could be some other experience that you can do together. I mean, you could still give something under the Christmas tree and say, hey, let's do this at another time. I mean, with the new year coming up, it's a great time to think about what new things can I bring in to my life. And I'll tell you, growing up, experiences were really special in our family. I mean, we didn't come from we didn't come from big money, but my family really did what they could to make everything special for me and my sibling. And we had a special tradition that we would do, and I still do it to this day, is we would go around and look at lights in the neighborhood. And we would blast Christmas music. Sometimes we'd bring hot chocolate. And we had our favorites that we would look at, but then we also would start venturing into other areas that we had heard about that had really great lights, and we would look at them. But it was such a special tradition to do that. We looked forward to that every year. And to this day, I still look at lights, and I go different nights, and I've expanded it into sometimes not even just different neighborhoods, but different towns. By the time you hear this podcast, I'll have explored many, many different areas, and sometimes there's walkthroughs to go through and drive-throughs. And right before Christmas, I'm going to go visit friends up in North Jersey, and they have a drive-through light show that actually is in a minor league baseball stadium. So I've done that for a couple years, and we're going to do it again this year. I mean, that's our tradition. So, I mean, it's just so fun to make memories and to have traditions. So what are some of your favorite traditions? Are there places that you do and go to every year? Are there experiences that you'd like to have and maybe like, like maybe this would be fun to do with somebody and give it as a gift? It really would be. So whether it's baking, whether it's looking at lights, whether it's going to a tea or some other experience, even going to a movie together. I mean, I still to this day, even with the age of like Netflix and on demand and everything you can look at, I still love going to a movie theater. To me, there's nothing like sitting in a theater with a reclining seat, with a bucket of popcorn, with butter flavor topping on it, and looking at a giant movie screen in front of you and having the sound all around and everything. I just saw the movie Wicked not too long ago. So it is just absolutely amazing. And I'm just so grateful for that. I am just so grateful that there are these experiences and everything, because I don't want to lose that. I don't want to have that lost. It's just, it's so special to create these memories and reflect back on special times and traditions. There really are. I just can't say enough about it. I mean, I could go on and on about so many special times that I spent with my family. And I mean, my dad hasn't been around for many years. And again, my mom is not able to be around this Christmas in a way that I would, that I would love to have her around. But it hasn't stopped me from still making memory, from making traditions and thinking about the memories. I think about, when I was putting up my tree this year, and I did a smaller tree this year, and that's okay. Because where I'm living right now is smaller than where we used to live, and it's okay. It's perfect. My grandmother, who lived in a row home in Philly, had a 4-foot tree, and it was perfect. It really was. I mean, it doesn't matter the size of the tree, it's the amount of love when you're decorating it. But I remember when, as a child, I always helped my dad with everything. And with the Christmas tree, that was my job to help sort the branches because we had an artificial tree and the branches were sorted by color. And then my mom and I would decorate the tree. My dad put on the lights. My brother and I would put together this platform underneath, and we had a train set. So when I look around and when I'm decorating, it just reminds me of that special time. So, I mean, there's just nothing like traditions. There really are. So I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you this Christmas season and moving forward to when you're looking back at the past, look at the good things, especially around the holidays, because it can get depressing for people. I understand. I mean, I'm going through my own feelings right now about things, but it's okay. And it's okay to remember those fun times, and it's okay to create new traditions and make new memories, because that's what we have. That's what's great about life. Every day is a new way to create new memories, new traditions, new experiences. We have this wonderful 24 hours, that gift of a 24 hours in front of us every day, that we have the freedom to be able to do that. So I'm encouraging all of you to, as you think about what to get somebody for Christmas, think about the gift of an experience, a new tradition. And it is just the most amazing thing when you can celebrate with someone, getting a restaurant gift card and maybe going out to dinner or to a new place. I mean, it's endless. The possibilities are endless with what experiences you can do. I mean, maybe going to a concert, or it could be anything. It could be anything that's going to create a special memory for you. So I just want to wish you the best, a very Merry Christmas, and also all of the holidays that are celebrated at this time of the year. Whatever you celebrate, I just want to encourage you to make those memories, those experiences. They really are the best. And I just want to send love to you. Thank you all who have been following me. I thank you for the new people that are copping on, and I just pray you continue to follow me in the new year. And there's going to be new episodes and new content coming up. I'm also excited that I'm getting ready to launch my new coaching programs that I'm going to be offering. I'm very excited about that. I wanted to wait till the new year, and that'll be new memories and new traditions for me. All right, my friends, you have a wonderful night and a very blessed holiday season and a very, very happy and healthy new year. Thank you very much.